Okay. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to our teeny meeting for September. Crazy. I know I say this every time we get on. I'm like, I can't believe it's July. I can't believe it's August. But time just goes by so quick, I feel like. Um, and we are already full-fledged into our fall season, which is amazing. We had, as you know, or if you don't know and you're new and this is your first meeting or you're new to the team, period, we had our best selling day ever. Our best selling day was last September, I believe, and it was like 11 million. And we sold over 15 million in the first 45 minutes of September 1st this year. And at the end of the day, we were just over 25 million, which is crazy. So, like we've been saying, through a pandemic, through, the craziest time just in American history, through companies downsizing and claiming bankruptcy and just really taking their companies in different directions because they couldn't make it through this pandemic. We've been able to not just maintain and stay stable, we've been able to grow and thrive and hire employees. And so it's just been really incredible to just be a part of this. Like, this is part of Scentsi's history. And we've been open for 16 years, and this is the best that we've ever done. Like, who would have thought 16 years later, especially with a direct sales company? A lot of them have like quick growth and then they die down. And then they kind of have to reinvent themselves. But Scentsy is always on point, trendy. I mean, you name it, classy and trendy at the same time, right? Like, just timeless. Um, and so I say that to say this, that I always trust what Scentsy has in store for us. I always trust the decisions that they make. And even if I don't understand it at the time, and I feel like, oh, well, this is an easier way, or this is the better way, or why are they doing that? They are looking out for us no matter what. And I do wholeheartedly believe that. So I just kind of have to take a deep breath, trust the process, and, you know, just leave you guys with a positive growth mindset. Because if I was complaining and using this platform to complain and just negative, woe is me, woe is us, this isn't going to work, then it would just be a completely different culture. And we have a pretty amazing community right now. So last month, our highest month ever was in May, this past May, and we had over 68,000 GWV. We came close last month with just under 66,000 GWV. And we have 208 group members, which is amazing because there was a time where I literally couldn't get past 75. I was like, this just is not happening. I mean, it was like for 2 years, you guys, 2 years. So know that, like, even if you feel like you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing and you're not seeing like exponential growth, like, you just have to put your head down and keep doing the things that work because it will come full circle. What do I always compare it to? Weight loss, because I know about both. Like, you have to put in the work every day. You have to eat right. You have to exercise. You have to do your time, and you're not going to lose 15 pounds a day, right? You just know that if you stick with it, you'll see the results, right? You have to do the right thing. You can't, because you're not losing 15 pounds a day, you can't go and cheat and then, gain the 7 pounds that you lost. You can't gain that back. You have to stay the course, trust the process, right? So I think this month we are going to blow our best month of 68,000 GWV out of the water, because you know what? Right now we're almost at 30,000 and it's September 6th. Like, September 1st was good to us. It really, really was. So I want you guys to really take pride in the company that you work for, and that excitement, the pride in the company you work for and the products that you sell. Take pride in that, because people feed off of your excitement. And that's what I hear from my customers, or when I ask teammates why they joined under me, it's because they tell me it's because of my excitement and love for what I do and the products that I sell. And that's like not something that I really think about, because it's genuine. And that's truly how I feel about the opportunity in the products, right? So really promote what we have and be excited about it. And people will want to be on a part of that and want what you have. And, you know, social media, we have to take advantage of it. Everybody's here. Everybody is on top of it, still involved, right? I just saw a meme today, and it was somebody I know. She said, remember when we used to post like online or like chat rooms or whatever it was, right? We would say BRB, like be right back. And we don't have to say that anymore because we never leave. Like social media, we never leave social media. Like we're always on social media, right? Which is a good and a bad thing. You can get consumed with it, play the compare game and get all sorts of crazy. And it's self-sabotage. But honestly, you guys, there's a huge opportunity for you guys on social media right now. And it's really just promoting what you do, why you love the company and your job, your individual reasons, right? But also the products. Like, don't forget about the products. Don't sit and wait for a limited time only, or limited time offer. I always say limited time only, limited time offer, the LTOs, right? We have so many of them. But don't be so consumed like, when's the NHL warmer coming out? Trust me, like we live in Boston. There's nothing that's going to be bigger for us than that NHL warmer, right? But it will come. It will come. But we have the most bomb.com catalog for you to pump and get out there because it's so awesome. So show how you're using it. Pick your favorite things and promote it daily, you guys, if not twice a day, daily. Post and talk about products because statistically, somebody needs to see something 7 to 9 times before they have actual interest in making a purchase. So if you only post once a week, how many people are actually seeing that one post? And that's not enough, right? Talk about what you love and pick a few things. And when you talk about those same things over and over and over again, sometimes I actually share like the same picture of me with a product. I share it several times throughout the month because I love it and it's easy for me. And people are seeing that picture and it's clicking with them, right? They're like, oh, that's Scentsy Fresh. Oh, that's Scentsy Fresh. I'm on a huge Scentsy Fresh kick. And you want to know what I'm selling a lot of? Scentsy Fresh, right? You're going to sell whatever you're promoting. So we do have limited time offers coming out this month. We are anticipating everything. We do have that second chance for the Harvest Collection Jack Skellington stuff that's coming out. And we are releasing the Harvest Collection wax bundle, fragrance flower. Those are going to be huge, you guys. Those are going to be huge. That fragrance flower is going to sell out in 0.2 seconds. The wax collection too. So if you have pre-orders, same thing. You're going to go on the queue. It's going to be just like it was for September 1st. Okay. But talk about it. And I got my, the kit, was it the SFR kit, right? And that has all that stuff in there. And I'm going to go live later today with Mark and or the kids. And I'm going to open up the box. I literally haven't, I opened it, looked inside of it, and then shoved it in my office because I just have everything going on, right? So I'm going to take my time and take it out later, and I'm going to get my customers excited, and I'm going to give super good descriptions about those scents and how they have to have it. And then I'm going to start posting pictures of fragrance flowers, all different ways. It's going to be good. Okay. So that's what I'm up to. I am creating interest with brand new people through social media. I am booking all the online parties. My calendar is, I have one more party. I had 7 spaces, actually 8. You guys know one of them ghosted me yesterday, Friday. And it is what it is. That's fine. Because you know what? I officially have 7 other parties on my calendar for September, right? Can't put all your eggs in one basket. Colleen is not messing around. I have a goal. I'm going to hit it no matter what it takes. I don't care what I have to do. If I'm peddling wax on the corner of the street to kindergartners, like, I will do it. Okay. Their moms are going to want it. So front load your calendars, you guys, because if we're talking about the things that matter the most, right? You have to take care of yourself first and foremost in your business, and then comes sales. And if you're not getting 500 PRV every month, bare minimum, in fall season, you guys, it is like a cakewalk. I'm telling you, you truly are not putting effort into your business if you're not getting 500 PRV every month in the fall. Because if you have intentional direction with your business and your time, if you're intentional with your time, you will be able to do that. And then you can focus on growth in your team and growing your team and having those joint conversations, because now is the time. Guys, Jess posted something the other day about Santa Claus, and I was like, oh my God, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming. And I know we're season pushers in general, right? Because our stuff always comes out like a month early, but you guys, it's real. I already started buying Christmas presents for the twins. So think of all those other people, right? And then a lot of people got laid off, still furloughed, lost their jobs. And then on top of it, some people had to step down from their jobs, cut back hours, or quit because they have remote learning or hybrid learning with their kids, and they don't have any other options. And this is a solution to that, to that unfortunate circumstance. Our business is a solution, right? I always did home parties. Guess where my business has been since March? Right on this phone. And my sales have never been higher doing online parties, which I hated. See how this works? It's like you spend so much time resisting, and it's the things that you're resisting that are helping you grow. It's so ironic. So, we have a lot on our plates. It can get busy and you can lose your mind a little bit, right? But it's like a good busy and a good lose your mind, because you're seeing results, right? You're not pouring into like a bottomless pit. Like, you will get the results back if you pour into this, promise. Okay. So keep goals in mind. What do you want every month? Don't work to work. Don't work like mindlessly. Pick your goals. And we're in an incentive period, you guys. And these levels need points, because these are big points. These are the biggest points that I've ever seen for an incentive period for where I need to get me and 2 kids and my husband there. So don't waste a day. I'm telling you. Or you can go to Colorado for an adult trip, but don't waste a day. There's no time to waste. You will be like, oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, why did I not work 24 hours a day come December 31st when the incentive's over? Okay? So that's that, pussycat. I am going to pass this over to Kristen. Some of you on this call, I know you already know her. Some of you do not know her. And for those of you that are watching the replay, Kristen Ingalls is on our call today as our special guest. And she is our SSD, which is Superstar Director. She's originally from Boston, right? She grew up with Jess. We lived like a street apart and never even knew it growing up. And it's so funny. We have a lot of the same friends. And Kristen moved to North Carolina. And she is a full-time nurse. She has the craziest job, always understaffed, just going. Very, very high stress job, guys, all jokes aside. She's a single mom. She owns her own home. She drives her dream car. She runs her own business and runs a group of a lot now. I'll let her tell you all of that. But this is your Superstar Director. Okay. So Kristen, welcome to Beantown Accents monthly meeting.
Hello. Okay. So number one, thank you so much for inviting me. Y'all have got such a bomb leader. Colleen is like the spiciest little bulldog. She never gives up. And I'm so proud of her because, we all kind of went through that period where we were like, are we ever going to grow? Like, are we ever going to grow? When she was saying that she used to not be able to get past 75, I remember those days because I was right at like 600 or 700 group at that point, and I kept being like, I know it's the same thing, and now our group is like well over, it's like 1,400, which is crazy. Oop, sorry y'all, my mom was trying to.
Oh, I'm like, where are you?
Hi, me. Sorry, I'm on my.
No, that's
phone.
okay.
Oh, Pammy,
she's trying to figure out how to work her phone.
Oh my, she probably is. So, I mean, I remember those days, and what I want to say to you guys is this. Colleen and myself were frustrated at that point. We were like, what are we not doing right? What are we doing wrong? And at the end of the day, it wasn't anything that we were doing wrong. It was just a season in our business. And you're all going to go through seasons where you don't know why you're not growing and you feel like you're plugging in and you're plugging in and you don't see growth. Well, I want to say that, like, just stick with it and you're going to see growth. It's going to take a second, but everything that you're doing right now to build that growth, to build that firm foundation in your business is going to make such a difference when you do grow. Because there are people in this business who grow really fast and they don't build a firm foundation in their business. And because of that, when they grow, everything starts to shatter around them and their business dies because they haven't built that foundation. So make sure as you're going along that you're really doing the right things and building those solid leaders and solid people underneath you who are going to carry your business, of course, in times like in seasons where you know, you have a lot going on and your life is crazy and you don't feel like you can put as much into your business. When you have that firm foundation in your business will not fold. It'll keep growing organically. So with all that being said, I am Kristen. I'm your SSD. What's up? It's Sunday morning. I need way more coffee.
That's what's up.
I'm on cup number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I love coming on calls like this because they get me super excited. I know Colleen probably feels the same way. I love Zoom meetings. I love team meetings because they let me, number one, tell my story and I realize like where I've come from, because sometimes we don't give ourselves credit and grace for like where we are and what we're going through until we say it out loud. So with all that being said, I am a full-time nurse. I worked night shift for about 6.5 years and I switched to days a little over maybe a year and a half ago now. And my business is very different. So anytime life changes, things get different, your business will change because the way you work your business changes with your lifestyle. So for 6.5 years, I was a night nurse. So I was able to get up at like 2 p.m. I could get my kids from school, work for a couple hours, and then go back into work. Well, when I switched to day shift, you know, I go into work at 5:40 in the morning. Most of the time, I don't get home until 8, sometimes 8:30, sometimes 9 at night. And the entire 13 hours that I'm there, I don't have time to work my business. Day shift is crazy. People are dying every 2 seconds. I manage the floor, so I have like 9 nurses, a bunch of staff. I don't have time to do follow-ups. I don't have time. And I'm not saying I don't have time. Like, I'm physically saying I don't have time to look at my phone. Because if I stop and look at my phone, somebody could try to die and I didn't see it. So I feel very guilty. So I try to stay off my phone during the day when I'm at work, which changed my business a lot. That was really hard for me because I'm used to be able to doing stuff at work. I can do follow-ups at work. I could send emails at work. These days, I don't have that time. So what I've been doing, I get up at 4 a.m. almost every single day. Before I go into work, I get up at 4. And sometimes it's not to work my business. Sometimes it's to catch up on laundry. Sometimes it's to clean my kitchen because I'm a lot like Colleen too, where if my house isn't a certain kind of way, I can't work. I'm a clean, neat freak. I'm very organized. When my house is out of control, my soul and my brain and my being are out of control. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. So sometimes 4 a.m. isn't doing follow-up. Sometimes it's not packaging parties. Sometimes it's cleaning. Sometimes it's, you know, making my room look the way that I need to look. But I have to do that for my soul. Like, I have to do it. So I get up every day super early. I'm a full-time nurse. I have 2 boys. They're both preteens. One's about to be 13 in like a week and a half, which is crazy. One's about to be 11. They are distance learning every other week. So every other week they go to school. So this week they go to school. Thank freaking
They go to school full weeks? Like one full week, off full week? Oh, okay.
So the weeks that they're off, they distance learn.
That's how they're splitting up their grades?
Yes.
Okay.
So Monday through Friday last week, they were distance learning, had to get on Zoom calls, had assignments. Of course, I'm at the hospital. They're calling me every 5 minutes because they can't get on their calls. They can't do this, which meant that when I got home from work at night, I had to do all their schoolwork with them.
Ugh.
The only day I had off last week, I had one day off last week, I was doing schoolwork almost the entire day. Okay. So my life right this second, and honestly, my life is normally crazy anyways, but right now, I mean, for the past almost 2 years, it's been like insane. I went through a divorce. I'm a single mom. My ex is amazing. He's one of my really good friends. However, he's not here. I have my boys 99.9% of the time, which I wouldn't have any other way, but it definitely makes things a little bit more difficult. So yeah, single mom. I work full time as a nurse. I work anywhere between 3 to 4 days every single week. Now I work 4 usually. I hardly ever work 3 anymore because we're so understaffed. I told y'all I'm a single mom. I also own a house that's almost 3,000 square feet that I maintain on my own. I clean this house. I get the people here to cut the grass. I make sure everything's organized. Like I say, I have to do all of that on my own. So with all that being said, I also run a successful business. I have a group of about 1,400 people. My team is about 120 now. My PRV since I joined Scentsy over 6 years ago, 1 month has only been under 1,000. And that is my PRV almost every month is over 2,000. I'm still recruiting every single month. I don't make excuses because here's the thing, at the end of the day, we all go through seasons in life. We're all going to have trials. We're all going to have things that come at us and we're like, what am I going to do now? But at the end of the day, Scentsy will always be there. Your season may change and life may get crazy, but Scentsy will still fit in there if you let it. The problem that people make and the things that they do is that when seasons get tough, instead of saying, let me switch a little bit in my business and do things a little bit differently, instead they say, you know what? No, like I don't have time for Scentsy. I can't do Scentsy. But what you guys have to realize is that you have to make Scentsy your happy place. You have to make it something that, you know, when times are hard and when things are bad, it's what you turn to because it makes you happy. Scentsy makes me happy. I joined Scentsy when I did because nursing is so stressful. It is crazy and it is exhausting. And I've cried more in the past 4 months of my career than I've cried in 7 years, 7.5 years as a nurse, because these days nursing is different and it's exhausting. But I know at the end of the day that I have Scentsy. And I know that I have my Scentsy family. And I know that they're the ones who are there, like, more than anybody else in my entire life. So if Scentsy can just be that for you, let it be that for you. Scentsy financially has been insane for me. So, of course, I went through a divorce. I've been separated for almost 2 years now. And yeah, I make okay money as a nurse. Nurses don't make millions of dollars. Y'all know that. People think we make great money. We make okay money for the most part.
But not for all the work and
Oh
turmoil you have to
God.
put up with. It's not
No,
worth it.
it's literally disgusting. It's
Yeah.
crazy. The reason I do it now is for insurance and for a couple other
Yeah.
reasons. But when me and my ex separated, I had 2 choices. I was thinking about going back to school for my nurse practitioner license, which would have been exhausting and terrible, but I knew that if I got my license, I would be able to support my boys. Or I could have dig into my business and worked like a psycho and made it what it is now. And I chose number 2. I chose to work because I didn't want to become a nurse practitioner and be away from my kids even more. I knew if I dug into my business, I could be home with my kids more. So that's what I did. So I went from a group of 600 to a group of almost 1,400. I went from making anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 a month to 10 to 14 grand every single month now. My biggest paycheck was almost $15,000 2 months ago.
Is that not like make you guys want to like happy vomit? Is there
And
such thing?
a nurse practitioner, yeah, they make great money. They could never make that in a month, y'all, ever. But it was because I made a choice to not give up. I'm not going to get emotional. It's too early for that. But it's truth. We get to a place in our lives where we're like, I don't have time for this. Scentsy needs to go out the window. I need to get a part-time job. I need to go start doing this for extra money. But if you dig into your business and don't try to do all that extra shit and dig into your business and do what you know that you can do, then you don't need that extra job. You don't need that side hustle. You already have one. And it's right here for the taking. And that's literally what I said. I talked to Jen and I was like, listen, I have this right in front of me. I'm doing myself a disservice if I don't take it and run with it. So that's what I did. I took it and ran with it. Do I have time? Hell no, I have no time at all. The days that I'm off, I'm with my boys. I'm trying to distance learn. I'm trying to freaking figure out what's going on with my house. I'm paying bills. I'm doing all this other stuff. But I always get into my office, even if it's for 20 minutes, and do things that are income producing. I don't scroll on social media. I don't sit there and do pointless things. I do things that make me money, and that's it, because I physically don't have time for anything else. I don't. But I also don't make excuses. And I know that it's easy to sit here and tell you guys, like, you got to do this, you got to do this. But at the end of the day, like, you have to come up, and this is the biggest thing out of all of it. If you don't have a reason why you're working, you're not going to work. If you don't have a reason why you get up every single day and do what you do, then you're not going to get up. My reason at the end of the day is because I'm building something for my boys. Today, what my life looks like doesn't matter. What matters is in 10 years, when my boys want to do something amazing with their lives, I want them to have the opportunity to choose whatever they want to do. I don't want them to have to like get a part-time job doing X, Y, and Z because they don't have the money to do what they want to do. I want them to have like an option and a choice, because I didn't have that. And that's nothing saying against my parents. It's just that I have this thing that I can do for them, and I want to do it for them. My parents are moving to North Carolina next year. My goal is to get a place for them set up for when they get here, they don't have to worry. They can just walk into a house. That is my goal. That's my dream. And that's why I work so hard. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why when I'm exhausted and I feel like I just want to lay on the floor because I'm tired and somebody died on me and I don't want to do life anymore, I don't want to do it, that's why I get off the floor. You've got to find ways to keep moving. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be exhausting. You're going to want to give up, but you can't give up, because whatever that goal and that dream is, it's still waiting for you. And when you give up and you wait a year, that goal and that dream is still going to be there, and you're a year behind. Mm-hmm. So don't wait. Don't stop. You got to keep moving. So that's kind of it. I also, real quick, I wrote a couple things down. You need to fill your mind with good things, good people, good stuff. If you have people in your life who are holding you back, who make fun of you, who are not your people, and you know what I'm talking about. If they're not your people, just don't feel bad, but walk away. It's not worth it, and it's not worth your time. It's not. Your energy is your energy. It's not theirs. Stop giving your good energy to people who don't deserve it. It's not worth it. It will hold you back, and you will look back and you will regret it, and you wish that you had moved on sooner. The other thing, take breaks. Rest. On the weekends, I never work weekends as a nurse. That's one thing, because I've been there for so long. I have seniority. I don't work weekends. My weekends, I disconnect. If my boys are not with me, if they're with their dad, I go away for the weekend. Every weekend that they're not with, I go to the beach, I go somewhere, I disconnect, I get out of here, because I need a freaking minute. Disconnect, but don't disconnect until you have your business in order. If you don't have your 500 PRV in, why are you chilling on the couch watching TV? Get your 500 PRV in. My goal every single month is to have my 500 PRV in the first couple days, and I already have it. You should have that quick. That way you can focus on other things. The other thing is, give yourself some grace. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. All of us go through things. Give yourself some grace in life, in your business, in all of it. But make sure, number one, that you're filling yourself with good things. Eat good, sleep good, rest, drink lots of water. Listen to really bomb podcasts. If you're tired, if you're upset, whatever, call a friend who gets it. I can't tell you how many times I've FaceTime Colleen with a face full of tears, like, I'm gonna die. And she's like, get your shit together, Kristen. You need friends who are gonna talk to you like that, who are gonna be like, no, you gotta keep going. You don't have a choice. Okay. So that's pretty much that. And fall Scentsy, I wanted to talk about that real quick because I've been through a lot of falls. A lot of falls with Scentsy. The number one thing I do want to say is make sure, and I had a customer text me yesterday, I had a team member text me, make sure if you're getting parties that you're closing them very quickly right now. Things are selling out like within seconds. You put it in your cart and then it's gone. Make sure if you have parties that you're not holding them open for 2 weeks. I close my parties within like 3 days. Like someone gets a basket, I'm like, listen, we got to do this quick. We don't have a lot of time, which actually kind of works, and
It
they
does.
work hard
That
fast.
creating the sense of urgency is actually a good thing.
Yes. So make sure that you're getting it to them quick. You're flipping those parties quick. You're getting your totes back out. Your online parties, you're doing your online parties. You're either closing them that night or the next morning. Do it quick. Don't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Fall is an amazing time in Scentsy, but you have two choices. You can either take fall and do amazing things and build this crazy base for your business, or you can sit back and chill. It's up to you. If you didn't have pre-orders for the harvest collection, why not? My PRV was almost 500 in the first day of the month, and it's because of the harvest collection. Okay. Scentsy gives us so many opportunities to do ridiculous things in our business, and you can either take it and do amazing things, or you can sit back and chill. The fall is a great time. It's a great opportunity to build something crazy in your business. You can promote, your people under you can promote, which in turn builds so many points for this incentive that Colleen was just talking about. The best way to earn this incentive, there's 3 things. It's super easy, actually. Like if you break it down, it's so easy. PRV, number 1, your PRV should be over 2,000 every single month this fall. Number 2, recruiting. If you're not recruiting and you're not teaching your recruits how to promote, you're doing yourself and them a disservice. Number 1, PRV. Number 2, recruiting. Number 3, the people underneath you, help them promote. There are so many promotion points in having people get certified, lead, and star. Huge, huge points for this incentive. When I earned Amsterdam, it was because of that. I earned it because I trained so many people underneath me to promote to the next level. Mm-hmm. So look underneath you, look at who you have on your team, and really build them up and help to promote. And you're going to earn this trip like it's nothing. It'll be quick and simple.
Your front line, you guys. Focus on your front line. That's where your points are going to come, not from 3 generations down. It's your front line. And no. You're going to create, if you earn the incentive, amazing. But in the meantime, you're going to build a really, really solid foundation for your business. Like fall is when you like give your business an extra punch. It's just like, boom. It gives you like more rocket fuel every single fall. So if you don't fill up right now with that fuel for your business, I mean, honestly, you guys, I promoted to director in March. Like, it's not like, ooh, that's like the craziest time of the year. I mean, your business can be successful on a Monday in July. It doesn't matter. But right now, we have the wind at our backs. It is a natural momentum that Scentsy consultants have. So please use it. It's like having free points, right? It's like it's like free, just like
in the fall. They come to you. You don't go to them. They come to you. They're like, oh my God, I need my house to smell like this. I need this, 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 and this. Yep. And the more, like Colleen was saying, the more you promote on social media, the more they're going to come to you because they're going to see your story and be like, oh my God, I need my house to smell like that. In the summer and the spring, it's a little bit different. Yes, it's still great. Yes, you can build crazy things. Like Colleen was saying, I promoted to everything outside the fall. I always promoted in the spring, but it is so possible and so attainable to grow and to promote right this second if you work your business the right way and don't make excuses. And I think that was the main reason why Colleen wanted me to come on here and share my story and share like what I do. Because if anybody has any room, I mean, we all have room to make excuses, but I have been through some of the worst times my entire life in the past year and a half, almost 2 years. But my business today is bigger and better than it's ever been in my entire career with Scentsy. And it's because I didn't make excuses. Mm-hmm. I was like, screw this. Yeah, this sucks. But guess what? I still got to get up. My mom would call me my mom still calls me every single morning. And she's like, what are you doing today? What are you doing today? It is so important that you fill your life with people who are going to move you and they're going to build you and they're not going to bring you down. They're going to be people who are going to pray with you and they're going to be on your side when things are really bad. So I think that's kind of it. You want me to talk about, sorry, I just went off.
No, that's I wanted Kristen to come here, to talk about money, because I feel like we don't talk about it enough. Like big money. Like, oh my gosh, really? People make that much money? And it is so possible. You guys, this isn't a pyramid scheme, and there's so many new people on our team, which is so awesome. But I know there's a lot of skeptical husbands. I know there's a lot of, moms or dads or siblings or friends that roll their eyes at you because you need to create your own results. You need to create your own success, and maybe
hold on, let me show them this real quick. Okay. So my entire life, even through nursing school, everything, even in high school, I had a picture of a Range Rover on the front of my notebook. It's what I always wanted. It was my dream car. I was like, I want to drive a Range Rover someday. Nursing, yes, they make good money, but at the end of the day, nurses don't make enough money to drive a Range Rover. Like, let's be serious. Well, guess what? I'm the girl in the small town where there's one stoplight who is a single mom maintaining this huge house. And I'm going to show y'all my car because last year I made a goal and I was like, I want a Range Rover, but guess what? I have to make a certain amount of money to put down as a down payment. So I'm not paying crazy money every single month. And that's freaking what I did because I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can turn this around. Oh yeah. Look, there she is. She's so pretty.
Amazing.
But it was because I was like, I wrote it down. I wrote what I wanted. So if y'all don't write your goals down and your dreams down, you need to start there because you need to be able to see what it is that you want and what it is that you're trying to attain. And then you make short-term goals along the way to get to that dream. But you've got to dream. Like you have to want something. When you don't want anything, you don't move and you don't work at all. You don't do anything. You're like a slug.
Exactly. You have no intention behind your work and you're just like, oh, if I hit, I'm
it is what it is.
That's okay because you don't have a goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a goal, you just don't have that momentum and motivation and you're just working without purpose,
exactly.
or that push. And that when you're trying to build a foundation, it's really important to have that. It really is. And for years, I kind of thought that I knew what it was, but I have actual checklists and I've been checking them off and it's mind blowing to physically see because we're always on to the next goal. We hit these goals and we're like, next one, right? And we never stop and really oh my gosh, I'm proud of myself or enjoy the moment because we're just on to the next. But when you get to physically check off things that you want and you're hitting those goals, you can actually measure how your progress and how far you've come in your success. Your success is your success, whatever that means for you. So I wanted Kristen to come because, number one, she's your superstar director and I want everybody to know who she is because there's so many new people. But, when I hear I'm too busy, truly, I mean, everybody is different. Everybody has different circumstances. And I don't want anybody to ever take that away from you, because everybody's is hard, nobody's harder. Nobody's heart is harder. You know what I mean?
Yes,
everybody's
exactly.
In their own way. But I know the struggles that she's been through and she has mother of dragons, right? Dany Targaryen, what is her name? Right? Has come out of the fire dragon and is
I bet I'm a little bit broken and bruised. But...
she's making bank, getting dream cars, owning her own house, takes care of 2 kids on her own financial, what? So I think oh my gosh, I'm I don't have time because I'm exhausted, but I'm shut your mouth, Colleen, get up and move. Right. So I just wanted you guys to see that there is a way and you can work your business to fit into your life. Right.
Yes.
You don't have to work your life around Lindsay. Whatever your season is, you just make it happen and you can. Okay.
Yep.
So I just want to say that I'm super proud of you guys always, but like you guys have been showing up. You're super engaged. Like I see what you're doing with your teams and just your own business. Your own business always comes first. You will not see results if you don't put your business first. Okay. So if you have a team, focus on yourself first, your sales, your sponsoring, and then just work with your front line and help them do the same thing that you're doing. You know, and when you get to the top, you reach your hand out and pull them up too.
Yep.
That's what this is about. But I'm really proud of you guys. If you have any questions, you know, I'm going to be posting this, the replay. You can, you know, post it there. I'll tag Kristen in the post. So if you have any questions for her, she will see it as well. But thank you, Kristen, for coming on this call. And
Always.
you guys, let's kill it. I mean, we're almost at
Let's do
30,000
it.
WV on the 6th of the month.
Our GWV right now is almost 150.
So you guys
It's crazy.
all have your own most successful months ever.
Yes.
I know you
Let's
can.
do it.
So I love you guys. Happy September. Happy Sunday. And let's kill it.
Let's do it. Bye.
Bye, everyone.